Yo, back once again with Forgotten House Classics, episode 17, last one in the season, I'm afraid. All the others are still up, obviously they're going to stay up, the specials are going to stay up. I just need to take a break from doing this. I mean, you all know I've been hammering it recently anyway, but yeah, I need to take a break, take some time off. I need to get back to ripping some vinyl. I just want to say a big thanks to Lee Charlesworth, Benjamin Barry, Stephen Firth, DC78, Mr. Bottle, Wayne Little, Justin Davis, Floorquake, the rest of the Change of Music crew. Big Si, Tricky, Thirst for Life, Cosmic Rays, Richard Anderson, Jad, SAFC86, Wright, and all the rest of my viewers. Pint of Stuff and Attituding in Colchester, Essex. I think that's about the size of it. Listen, before I get into it, I'm just going to put a PayPal link down below in case anybody fancies buying me a pint or a coffee or a kale smoothie. Well, you know, just support the channel, you know what I mean? Quite a lot of work doing these. I don't do it for the money. I don't expect anybody to send me any money. But in case anybody fancies it, feel free, and I'm very grateful. That'd be lovely. But like I said, it's not what I'm doing it for. I do these videos for the love of the oldies, keep the vibe alive, and to just spread the tunes, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many good ones that people just don't remember. I want to keep this shit alive, man. Like, there's never going to be another era like the 90s. So listen, I'm going to play 13 tonight as it's the last episode. I would normally play 10 on my Forgotten House Classics. I'm going to do 13. See if you can guess why. I'll tell you at the end. Starting off this week with Robert Owens, Was I Here Before? This is a triple pack. There's no need. I know, yes, remixes, but there's no need for like 3 records worth, you know what I mean? Loveland vocal mix is where it's at for me. It just reminds me of summer 96. That was a hot, great summer. Wicked summer. I was always a bit funny about the vocals on this. I mean, I've always loved Robert Owens, but I found it a bit weedy somehow. But Loveland, gotta love Loveland. I think this might be the last thing they did before they became not Loveland. There was some dispute or whatever, and like this split or whatever. Anyway, let's check it out.
It seems like I've been here before. Maybe I was a tree, standing silent and free, spreading seeds that reflected me. Each one forming a home, placing its roots in the ground, speaking with sounds that brought the birds around to find comfort and security. Just because this place is filled with unity. Oh, y'all, tell me, was I here before? Is there something missing? Something I shared in another world? Has something been taken from me? Something that was mine to give away naturally. Was I here before? Tell me, is there closed doors? Was I here before?
Two this week, Andrea Mendez, Bring Me Love remixes. I never liked the vocals, but what I did like was a Frankie Knuckles dub on this. It took me ages to ID this because there was another tune, Shantae Moore, Old School Loving, I think, when it was on that same record, which used exactly the same piano tune. Oh mate, this is just pure beauty, like summer 95 on a record. I say that all the time, don't I? But this just reminds me of that summer. We listened, like, this was on a tape I listened to a lot back then, and it's just awesome. I need to get myself a second copy because I've just played this to death. Let's check it out. Really, in fact, before I say let's check it out, we should just have rest in peace Frankie Knuckles. Always loved his work. The Whistle song was just a game changer, to be honest. I absolutely loved that. Still love it now. Tons and tons of remixes. Godfather of house music. Amazing productions. The guy is a full-on legend. Rest in peace, Frankie. I love you, man. Let's check it out. LR3, another Azuli tune. We've got Ada Dyer, You Make Me Whole, Joey Negro mixes. It's called Dave Lee now. His original name is not using that name anymore for obvious reasons or whatever. Whole House Club mix. This was a big tune. You know, I used to hear this quite a lot back in the day when it came out. Was it 95, 94, 95, 95? And I just forgot about it for like 20 years or whatever. And like, heard it like a few years back and I was like, bloody hell, I used to love that tune. Why don't I own it? Boy, immediately. Wicked. Let's check it out. Before this week, another favourite, Ian Pooley. What's Your Number on the A side? It's alright. I mean, Meridian is not my favourite album of his. I love Ian Pooley, I've said it many times. The B side, Welcome to the Tunnel. Oh my god. It's not on the album. You can just hear the rawness of his crunchy 8909, you know what I mean? The vocal samples from Joanna Law, first time ever. It's just moody and deep as heck. I absolutely love this tune. Let's check it out. Number 5 this week, Double FM Come Together. I've said before how much I love Franco Morai. I've got 2 copies of this. This is my original one from like 95. I mean, look at the... You probably can't see how bad it is. But man, this has got heavy play. My second copy is knackered as well. But, I love this old Italian deep stuff, you know what I mean? This is wicked. Let's check it out.
Together. Come. Together. And try. And try. together.
Number 6, we've got New York Minutemen, okay, alright, UK remixes, double pack on Transworld. Alistair Whitehead used to play the Freaky mix for a while, and then on one tape, that Alistair Whitehead Live at Cream tape I've mentioned about, the single tape, purple and blue cover, starts off with Spirit, Spirit Inside, one of the best sets ever, in my opinion. He plays the Nostalgia House mix. Oh, it's just so rough, rugged and dark, I love it, it's so tough.
Here we go, shake your body, get ready to party, get up, dance, move your feet, ride the rhythm, feel the beat, hey DJ, pump it up, it's your chance, show your stuff, listen to the sound, grab a girl, get on down. Alright, okay, alright, okay, alright, okay, alright. Stop for a second, here's something we should mention. Here's the sound, here's the place. No time to waste. Keep on housing, don't stop. Come on, show me what you got. Dance, do your own thing. Jump, slide, swing. Okay, alright. Okay, alright. Okay, alright. Okay, alright. Okay.
Next up, we've got Ken Lu 3, What a Sensation. Do you know, somebody asked me about 5 years ago if I realised that Ken Lu was Kenny Dope, Louis Vega. I was like, well, of course it is. Of course it is. They're on Masters at Work label, for goodness sake. A-side's got vocals by India. It's decent, but the B-side for me, sensational beats. Man, them beats, you can just put them on any house tune and they just sound fat. Like the amount of transitions I've done between, you know, like when you're mixing out of a tune and you want to play another tune, one ends in a tune and the other starts in a tune, you've got no beats and then both like totally out of key to each other. Chuck this in between, let's do some long transitions, wicked. I love these beats, let's check it out. Staying in New York, we've got Lime Life, Soombar, In the Bush. Todd Terry on the production, on Freeze record label. Todd's in-house mix is the one for me. The breakdown sample is from Judy Cheek's Respect Bottom Dollar mix, which I bloody love, by the way. But this is just like, just sample that, add some fat beats, a little tribal chant, pure Todd. This is fat. Next up on Vicious Music, Matrix, Can You Feel It? This is wicked. Jeffrey Rodman and Johnny Vicious. I'm not familiar with Jeffrey Rodman. I probably am and I don't even know. Love a bit of Johnny Vicious. Love Vicious music. New York. Toughness. Staying in America again for the third Azuli bloody record on tonight's list. It's the last one tonight, kind of. Black Shell's the anthem. We've got 2 copies of this. The second one needs centralising because it's off centre, but this is just pretty worn out. This has always just been like a massive anthem for me and a lot of other people who are Black Shells. It's Satoshi Tomi and David Morales, I think so. It was that Death Mix crew, you know what I mean? It was some of them guys. Eric Cooper never gets the love he deserves out of that crew. Man, that guy was a legend, and he played keyboards on a lot of Frankie Knuckles, Morales and Satoshi Tomi tunes. Eric Cooper, get your props, man. That guy was a hero. This absolutely bangs. It's got enough samples in. vocals from bloody Grace Jones' Slave to the Rhythm and all sorts hiding away in here. And the big piano riff, you know it's from that tune on 3B, Edward's World Soul Roots. This is fat. Moving into the bonus 3, and the reason it's 13 this week is because it's going to be 300 tunes, including the special ones I've done. So I couldn't leave it at 297. I was like, I got to round it up to 300. Do you know what I mean? So I'm rounding it up to 300 with these 3 extra tunes. Starting off with Deep Dish presents Quench, High Frequency. Love Tribal United Kingdom and Tribal America. You all know that. I love Deep Dish. I could do like videos and videos on Deep Dish's productions and remixes. Bloody amazing. Up to like, I always say like up to 1996 and 1997. And then like, I'm lying because I love lots of stuff they did after. Do you know what I mean? Sven Vath, Barbarella, Deep Dish Armageddon Breakdown, that Dusted tune. They did tons of great stuff after that. Anyway, but for me personally, the earlier stuff up to like 96 is like where it's at. 95, even earlier. Anyway, forget the A-side, After Hours on here. So chilled out, wicked vibe. Let's check it out. Number 12. How many times am I going to have to say it? I love DJ Tonka. Funky, fat tune. fat tune. But honestly, Getting Ready and Radical Noise on the other side are just so magic. Radical Noise, the piano, you know, this is just pure Tonka. And for some reason, he has this magic vibe of sort of recreating this like 80s rare groove sort of vibe. A lot of his tunes remind me of being a kid and going to like wedding reception discos and just thinking, oh, nightclubs, aren't these lovely? Even that, you know, wedding receptions are nightclubs. But when you're a kid, it's like the closest thing you're going to get to a nightclub, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? And when they used to play, like, in the 80s, the tunes they'd play, you know, you'd have your, like, Banana Rama and Stock Aitken and Waterman, but you'd also have a lot of rare groove and a lot of, like, post-disco stuff. So it was actually a good vibe, to be honest. I know I was a kid, but you know what I mean? Anyway, DJ Tonka, Radical Noise, fat, let's check it out. Last tune of the night and of the season is Boston Bees Raise Your Hands double pack promo on High Life. It's originally started off as Boston Bruins Raise Your Hands on Mind Warp label. I think it's a big tune over in Florida. I mean, there's DJ Icy remix on the original release and on this release. I mean, who else we got? We got Fade as well and Decard. Yeah, Chris Fortier, Neil Colo. Yeah, this is a Florida tune. Like, some of my mates are just pals with all these guys, you know what I mean? This is based on, I say based on, it's a complete rip of Transformer 2, Fruits of Love, which is amazing from like 91 or 92. I've got that somewhere. Yeah, this is fat. So there we go. Season 1 finished. Let me just have a sip of my tea. So thanks again for like all your views and comments and likes and shares and whatevers. Like I've always said, I do these because I love the tunes, keeping the vibe alive. Do you know what I mean? Thanks again to Androgyny 77 as well. Actually, I forgot to shout him out at the beginning. He ID'd a tune for me last week, which I've like wanted since 1995. It's missing from all the track lists online. Nobody in any of the Facebook ID groups knows what it was, and I ID'd a tune for him last week, and I said, then he just randomly came back and he's like, oh, by the way, this tune is blah blah blah. 26 years almost, you know what I mean? I've been wanting to know what this was. Went to Discogs, couple of quid. That's the way it is. Sometimes they're like 100 quid, and not in the UK. Forget them ones. Anyway, so thanks again for all your views, all your positive comments. I'm going to obviously leave all these up, do you know what I mean? Like I say, if you fancy donating to the channel to support it or whatever, buy me a pint or whatever, that'd be amazing. If you don't want to, absolutely fine. I don't do it for that, like I've said 1,000 times. But you know, if you fancy it, who am I to refuse you the option? And also, I just want to say, have a great summertime and look out for yourselves and each other and your friends and your families. Especially over the last year, like, we all know what's been going on. I can't be bothered to get into it. But look out for your brains as well as your physical health. Mental health issues just gone so extreme, like anxiety, depression, agoraphobia, just general nervousness of real life these days. It's just like crazy, man. Some of the people like who I'd never think could ever have problems having problems, and you know, I've been through it. I'm still going through it myself. I mean, I've struggled since about 2000. In 2002 I got the opportunity to go to Ibiza for the season, and I said no, because I was like struggling myself at the time. I mean, it was nothing to do with the fact that it was like funky house, trance, which was way past its sell by date, or like deep tribal prog, which was just like nothing to do with that, obviously. it was partly to do with that. I used to go record shopping and I'd come back with barely anything. It was just a waste of time. But the main reason was I was having panic attacks, and you know, and I thought I'll be fine, I'll get through it myself. I didn't. It got worse and worse and worse, and I ended up in a real state with it, to be honest. So don't let that happen to you, otherwise you might miss your golden opportunity. If you're having problems, please speak to your GP or a family member or friends, anybody. If you don't want to speak to somebody you know, always ring IAPT if you're in the UK, IAPT. They'll be able to help you, or your GP might refer you on to them. I don't want to end on a bum note, so listen, I just want to keep the vibe alive with the old tunes, and I will be back for season 2 with more tunes. And take care of yourselves, everybody. Peace out.